Hello everyone, welcome back to my English library. As I told you in the last video, I am going to explain the present tense in this video. If you haven't watched the previous video, I will provide the link in the description. Please do watch it. Coming to the point, present tense has 4 divisions: simple present, present continuous, present perfect, continuous tense. Let us proceed with simple present. Simple present tense is used in multiple situations. Before seeing that what are the cases that we use simple present tense, first let us see the structure of the simple present tense. Simple present tense is written with the subject plus V1 plus S or ES plus object. Here S or ES is added when we use singular subject in the subject place. Singular subjects are he, she, it, and any person name or place name or thing name, but must be single. So then we can use in the verb place S or ES. And that means S or ES is added to the end of the verb. Of course, it depends upon the spelling of the word. The first situation that we use simple present tense is to express a habitual or regular action. There, simple present tense is used. As we know, almost everybody has at least one or two habits like drinking, reading, walking, like everyday happening things, regular things. And an example, he drinks tea every morning, or he reads newspaper every morning. So here, reading and drinking are habits that we can express them in simple present tense. Coming to the second case that we use simple present is to express general truths or universal facts, like the sun rises in the east, of course a known fact to everyone. Honey is sweet. Here honey tastes sweet. It's also a fact that everyone knows. Fortune favors the brave. Fortune means fortune means luck. Luck favors only to the brave people. I mean, it is also a fact. Who are brave can be winning the game or anything that they are doing. They are all facts, so we have to speak or write them in simple present tense. And I hope you are clear now. The third case is in exclamatory sentences also we use simple present tense. When the exclamatory sentence starts with here or there, it's very simple. What exclamatory sentence use it for? To express surprises. When we have a surprise starting with here or there, you can use simple present. Even though it is a continuing action, we have to use simple present tense. And it's very clear, it's very simple. If you see the example here comes the bus. There she goes. In these two examples, if you see, here comes the bus mean we are waiting for the bus. We have been waiting for the bus for a long time. When we are waiting for the bus long time, then we have a suspense now. After seeing the bus arriving, we definitely express that surprise. The emotion burst out. So there we say, here comes the bus. In order to express the feel, there we use simple present tense. Even though the bus is coming, even though the action is going on, but we can still say simple present tense. It's more apt for the situation because the realistic emotion to be expressed. Another example, if you see, there she goes, that we can understand For a long time, we have been waiting for that lady to go, but she hasn't. Now she started going, seeing that we can express, there she goes. It's just an expression of a emotion or a surprise. So for that we use exclamatory sentence, and that exclamatory sentence is in simple present. That's simple. The next case that we use in simple present is in vivid narrations or substitute for the simple past tense. We can use simple present. Mean as a substitute. Mean instead of simple past tense, we use simple present for narrations, just like the historical moments or the storylines. After watching a movie or reading a story, what happened there? To describe that to someone else, we use simple present tense. The purpose of using simple present here is to make the event or action more lively. We use simple present than simple past. Here an example available. You can have a glance at. The Sultan hurries to the capital immediately. This is a line from the historical line. There the Sultan hurries to the capital immediately. Actually there the other can write this. The Sultan hurried to the capital immediately. That event already happened, written, but in order to make that lively or it's a present happening thing, like the other uses simple present tense. The another case that we use simple present tense to express planned future activities or fixed time programs, we use simple present tense again. Mean planned actions with a fixed timing. You need to remember that underlined point. A fixed timing or a scheduled actions. We have to use simple present tense to express such things. The next flight is at 7:30 tomorrow morning. It's actually scheduled one. The flight timings, train timings, bus timings, anything which is scheduled or planned at what time it happens exactly, such kind of things we can use that in simple present tense. And the match starts at 9 o'clock. I mean exactly at 9 o'clock the match starts. So that is also in simple present tense. Don't skip the video till the end, because at the end of this explanation you'll have 25 questions to answer there. You can get clear-cut idea about what is present tense. The next tense is present continuous tense. It is also used in multiple cases, all right? And the structure of present continuous tense is subject plus is, am, are plus V4 plus object. This is the structure of present continuous tense. Here is, am, are the helping verbs that help the main verb to indicate in which tense is in. Is, am, are, three helping verbs say us this is a present tense, and V4 of the verb, mean fourth form of the verb, indicates us this is continuation of the verb. That means present continuation. Mean helping verb plus V4. Mean present helping verb plus V4 means it's a present continuous tense. For an action going on at the time of speaking, we use present continuous tense. Just like she is singing, they are dancing, they are the present happening things. But you need to remember one thing. You should not mention the time when the action started. Then if you mention the time, it goes to present perfect continuous tense. So mean only we have to speak about the action which is going on, but not when the action started. Just like we are saying she is singing, now she is doing of singing, that's all. But we should not say when she started singing. That's all. They are dancing, but we should not say when they started dancing. Fine, you have to remember that. Otherwise, if you mention when she started, mentioning the time when the work started, it will go to present perfect continuous. All right. So please do remember that. The second case that we use present continuous is for temporary action which may not be actually happening at the time of speaking. See an example, you get clarity there. I am reading Rich Dad and Poor Dad book. Actually, this reading work started few days ago. The reading of this Rich Dad and Poor Dad book started few days ago. But when I am telling you I'm reading Rich Dad and Poor Dad, I'm not reading. But few days back I started. At the time of telling you, I'm not reading. At the moment I'm not reading. But few days back I started, and it is a progressive work, so we can express that in present continuous tense. It's a temporary progressive. All right. And another case that we use present continuous for the actions arranged for the near future. Nearby time in future the actions may happen. For that also we use present continuous tense. Just like I'm going to the market in the evening. In future that happens, but I'm planning that. I planned that. Here you need to remember the planned actions in future can be expressed in simple present tense also. But there is a slight difference between the planned future expressed in simple present, the planned future actions expressed in present continuous. Simple present tense we express planned future with the exact time. But in present continuous tense, planned future actions would not have exact time. Okay. So vaguely we mention the time, just like in the evening or tomorrow or next month, next year, like that. We express vague time, unclear time. That actions we express in present continuous. If you mention the exact time, the train arrives at 10 a.m. or 12 p.m. like that, exact time will be mentioned for planned future in simple present. All right. I hope it's clear to you. Okay, the third division of the present tense is present perfect tense. To indicate activities in the immediate past with the just happened things, we use present perfect tense. In the examples you can see, he has just gone out, she has just finished her homework. These activities are just finished activities. There we can use present perfect tense. And to express past actions whose time is not given can be expressed in present perfect. Actually, the actions may or may not happen in the past, but the time is not defined, and such actions we can express in present perfect. Just like, have you had your lunch? Have you read The Rich Dad and Poor Dad? Till the moment that happened or not happened. To confirm it, we ask in present perfect. Actually, the above mentioned activities may or may not be finished. We don't know the actual status of the act. The things that we haven't experienced earlier also can be expressed in present perfect. Simply for the actions that we haven't known before, that we use present perfect tense. The third situation that we use present perfect is to describe the actions when we think more of the effect than of the action. We use present perfect. The actual act is happened, but the impact or the effect of the action still exists. For that we use present perfect. An example, my friend has eaten all the biscuits. Of course, nothing is left. Eating work already happened, but the impact of the work, eating work, is left with us now. that when we see that wrapper, biscuit wrapper, packet, it's empty. We are experiencing that emptiness of the biscuit packet. We have the impact that he has eaten our biscuits. I have cut my finger. Actually, cutting the finger had already happened, but the impact of the action still stays, and so we can, still bleeding, no? After cutting, the bleeding continues. At the time of speaking, the impact of that work stays, so that we can express in present perfect. Another situation that we use present perfect is any action started in the past and still exists or continuing. To express this kind of situations, we use sometimes since or for. And look at the examples. I have known him for long time. Two people came to know each other long ago. It already happened. They came to know each other long ago, but still the impact is there. We can use the present perfect tense. He has been ill since last night. Last night she became ill, or he became ill, sick, but still he is sick. So we can use the present perfect tense. So the last division of the present tense is present perfect continuous tense. The present perfect continuous tense is used for an action which began at a certain time in the past and still is continuing. Actually, the action started in the past at a certain time and still it is going on. And such things we can express in present perfect continuous tense. He has been sleeping for 4 hours. Or they have been playing since 4 o'clock. He has been sleeping for 4 hours 4 hours back he started sleeping. And of course still it's happening. They have been playing since 4 o'clock. At 4, the clock time 4 o'clock, they started playing, and of course still they are playing. Both the actions happened at a certain time in the past and still they are continuing at the time of speaking. So both are expressed in present perfect continuous tense. Here since is used with the point of time and for is used with the period of time. Point of time means start of the action, when the action started. That's why we said that since 4 o'clock at 4 it started, point of time. So we have to use at that time since. But when we use it for 4 hours, it's a period of time, and before period of time for is used. I hope everything is clear so far. You will be all right with the questions, and of course almost I think 25 questions available now, and we see that 25 questions. The first question: the earth dash round the sun. Here we have options: move, moves, moved. And of course this is a universal fact, so universal facts must be expressed in simple present. Simple present verb is available here, that is moves. So moves, yes is required after that because the earth is a third person singular. So moves must be the answer. I dash him only one letter up to now. Up to now. So there is a clue to indicate the tense here. Up to now means till this moment. We already discussed that so far experiences, so far happened, inexperienced things or experienced things can be expressed in present perfect, right? So present perfect example, option is here: have plus sent, have plus V3. She dash worried about something. Looks, looking, is looking the options. When we see someone, they are seen worrying, there we can use that worrying, present is happening thing. So present happening things we say that, but not mentioned how long she has been worrying. So that doesn't go to perfect continuation. But we don't know the time how long she is been, so that must be present continuous tense. So is looking, she is looking worried about something. The next question: he dash a mill in this town. He dashed a mill in this town mean have, has, is having. Is having goes with a kind of present continuation goes with a kind of actions which are involved in a physical activity. But here there is no physical activity involved here, and it is just a possession state, a status of having something. For that we can use has. I have a pen. She has a pen. They have some properties, belongingness. So has is suitable because he is the third person singular. Has is suitable there. He dash here for the last 5 years. For the last 5 years, period is mentioned and for. So what can be used here? Present perfect continuous tense. Period of time and for is used. So present perfect continuous tense. That is has been working is the answer. The next one, I dash a strange noise. I hear, am hearing, have been hearing. Here how long have been hearing, that is not mentioned. So we can't say that in present perfect continuous tense. But there it is happening now. The noise is happening now. So we can use am hearing. I am hearing a strange noise. I dash him for a long time. I dash him for a long time. Already this sentence I said in the explanation, something that happened earlier but the impact is still there. The acquaintance is still there. There we can use present perfect tense. So we use here present perfect tense. I have known him for a long time. The next one, we dash English for 5 years. We are saying about the study. It's a physical work. It's not a status. It's an action, physical action. So there we have to use present perfect continuous tense. So have been studying English for 5 years. We can say that. The next one, and don't disturb me. I dash my homework. Don't disturb me. That means when we say this, when we are doing something. So it's a continuation of the verb something. And continuation of the verb here it is am doing. Am plus doing is the continuation. So I'm doing my homework, so don't disturb me. It's the right one. Next, Abdul dash to be a doctor. Abdul to be a doctor. And that means wanting is wanting. Is wanting is a continuous activity, but becoming doctor is not a action. It is a status. So it's a state of being cannot be written in a present continuous tense or present perfect continuous tense. Whether in present perfect or simple present we can say. So here present simple is available, that wants. So Abdul wants to be a doctor, right? So wants is the right one. The next one, he dash TV most evenings. Many evenings, most of the days, evenings, he does this work. So is watching is the present happening things, but he says that most evenings mean every time happened thing. Every time happened things can be expressed in simple present, right? So watches is the right one, right? He watches TV most evenings. The next one is the baby dash all morning. The baby dash all morning. All morning means here it is the continuation of the action, and that happened the entire morning. So that can be used in present perfect continuous tense. So has been crying. The baby has been crying all morning. The next one, I dash Kumar this week. I dash Kumar this week. Here this week mean this week is also present moment also comes under this week only. So present moment also doesn't happen. So it must be present perfect. So haven't seen is the right one. See this paper dash twice weekly. Weekly, monthly, every day, every morning, all this come under. It's a present tense, simple present. So here simple present verb is appears. Next, the headmaster dash to speak to you. Action, it's a feeling. So feelings can't be expressed in continuous tense. So present simple is the suitable one. So once is the right one. And the next one, here are your shoes. Here are your shoes. I dash them. Mean clean, cleaned, just cleaned. Mean have just cleaned. Mean this is just happened thing. Just happened things can be expressed in present perfect. So I have just cleaned them. It dash since early morning. It dash since early morning. Since early morning mean from this early morning, mean continuation of that action. Raining, it is the action continuing, and of course it started at a particular time in the past, right? That is here since early morning. Early morning started and it is going on. So present perfect continuous tense. I dash a lot of work today. I dash a lot of work today. I mean, after doing a lot of work from morning to evening, after finishing, we express this, a feeling. Okay, I mean, I did a lot of work, we say. So for that, we can say that in present perfect. Present perfect is that because we experience it, a lot of pain and mental pressure and physical pressure, I mean, only that status of mind. So present perfect is suitable. I have done a lot of work today. We say that. Next one, I dash something burning. I dash something burning. Here, this present simple is required because here smell is a stative verb. A stative verb means status of being, smell. So that can't be written in a present continuous tense. So smell must be in present tense. Your present tense is smell. I smell something burning. And the next one, she dash unconscious since 4 o'clock. If it is a action continuing, action verb, present perfect continuous. If status, present perfect. That's all. So since 4 o'clock has been unconscious. So has been unconscious, present perfect. Next, he used to visit us every week, but he dash none. I used to is for present habits. I used to for past habits. Mean past time we had as the habit, right? And so here we need to use past habit happened, but now we have to say that as the present habit. So we have to use rarely comes. Rarely comes is the present simple. So we have to use rarely comes now. The next one, we dash for his call since 4:20. Since plus 4:20 means since plus point of time. Alright. So it is present perfect continuous. So have been waiting is the right one. Next, I know all about that film because. I know all about that film because I dash it twice. I dash it twice mean something, an experience. We have done something earlier, but the impact is still there in our mind. We use present perfect tense, right? So present perfect one is here, have seen. Have seen, I have seen that twice. The next question, our guests dash, they are sitting in the garden. Our guests the guests arrived. Arrived in the sense still there, no? They are sitting in the garden means still there. Means something happened but still there. What happens? What tense? So present perfect. Present perfect is have arrived. The guests have arrived. They are sitting in the garden. The last one, I dash him since we met a year ago. I dash him since we met a year ago. 1 year back they both met, but from that time they haven't seen. Experience, state of experience. So that we have to say that in present perfect. I haven't seen him since we met last year. Since we met a year ago. So I haven't seen. So that's all for now, and in case any doubt, please do comment, and if I missed any point to discuss in present tense, please let me know. Of course, committing a mistake is a common thing because we are human. We are human. So I don't say that I'm 100% perfect. Please let me know if I went wrong. Let's catch up with another video. Thank you. See you soon.